to Cassandra Clare signing, and this is gonna be different from my previous signing. They cannot fit all the people inside the bookstore, so instead we're going to a university. I'm picturing a lot of people are gonna be there, but it should be alright. They're very organized. Depending on your color, you know exactly when you're gonna get your book signed. I have the first edition of City of Bones and the first edition of City of Ashes. I did the math, and I have been reading her stuff for 15 years now. I have read also her fan fictions even before she was published. Very anxious and looking forward to this, but it should be a lot of fun, and I'll talk to you guys once I get there.
And speaking of celebrating, Cassie's too modest, so I just wanted to say that Lady Midnight is the #1 book in the country. How often does your plot follow your plan versus the characters telling you what they want?
And my characters must really like to suffer. They're like, boy, put me through the ringer.
We both plot together a lot, so I'm like, yeah, her plot doesn't follow my plan sometimes at all. But you know the end, but you always have a surprise along the way.
I have an idea of what's going to happen, and my characters don't tell me what to do. I wish they did. And I wouldn't have to figure things out. I'd just be like, Julian, what happens next? And he'd be like, this might be a great thing.
Have any of your characters been based on you, or how you would like to see yourself?
Well, alright, answer it.
Thanks for Cassie!
But if she doesn't want to answer something, she'll be like, what's the most embarrassing thing that ever happened to you? This is for Cassie. For me, more fun to write about somebody who's different from me, because it's a way of living a different life, like through writing a book, and that's kind of adventure. When you first put all of your sort of soul down on the pages, you have to be fearless about what you're writing and true to the story.
I love that because it reminds me of a quote which was, what would you do if you knew you could not fail?
Good for writers, less good for trapeze artists.
That's nonsense. I'll be the queen of the circus. You can't stop me.
But I mean, I feel like you want to set yourself a challenge with each new book, or you get bored. I mean, City of Bones was my first series, so very difficult because I was teaching myself to write a series. Infernal Devices, a huge amount of research went into that and figuring out, you know, how to set things in the Victorian era, specific times of the Victorian era, things they had, things they didn't have, things that were anachronistic, things that wouldn't be, changing the speech of the characters so that at the time of the era. And then with Lady Midnight, it's a mystery, and it's really the first like clues and suspects mystery I've done, and so that's a whole new structure of book for me. Yeah, we were on the bus with Holly the other day. We were all hanging out on our crazy bus, and we were like, and Sarah was like, Holly, what is your favorite part of writing? And Holly said, I hate every part of writing. Thank you.
So we just got out of there. It was not too bad. I mean, I got letter E, and I don't know how many letters they were doing. I had to wait like 1 hour to get my book signed, and if you have been to signings like this, you know 1 hour is not all that bad. They started with a Q&A section. Rees Brennan, she was there as well. He focused a lot on craft, and those are my favorite kind of questions for, you know, obvious reasons. Talk a little about her world building process.
One of the things I do actually is I have friends who play Dungeons & Dragons. Actually, I've never played because I'm terrible at it, because I run away from all conflict. You've just left your home and then it's been sacked by soldiers, and I'm like, run away! Cutting off the heads of your mother and father, and I was like, I'm running! So I'm terrible at it, but I often give like a world building stuff to my friends who play D&D and say, can you run a campaign? Like, can you run a game? And does it work? Like, do your characters come up against stuff that doesn't make sense? Do they find that they need things that aren't provided by the world? And so I maybe that's step 3.
Steps 1 and 2 are establish things, then step 3 is break the world.
I mean, that's true. You want to find the thing that would break the world and make it not work anymore, and then try to figure out how you would either reestablish it or start again from the broken pieces.
Oh, and I haven't mentioned there is something funny that happened when she was talking about world building, and I didn't get to film that part. I don't know why. It just was changing batteries or something. In Tolkien's first draft, Aragorn was actually a hobbit with wooden feet, and I will have to Google that and check it, but I don't know about you, but that doesn't sound so fantastic. It just goes to show you the power of revisions. She also talked about writer's block.
For me, usually when I have writer's block, it means I made a wrong decision somewhere in the book. And so I sort of follow the threads of the book backwards until to the different sort of decision points until I figure out which is the one that caused me to be somewhere where I have no choices available to me that are good. Sort of like finding your way back through a maze, and then I restart again from that point. point, which hopefully isn't too far back, and make different decisions.
And I pretty much agree with her in the sense that I think when you get writer's block, it's because you don't know what you should be writing. And I'm gonna post a video about that soon enough. She also talked about how she got the inspiration to write Infernal Devices.
I was walking across Blackfriars Bridge. I started having a sort of, daydream, have mental pictures, and I had a mental picture of people there in the Victorian era, and specifically a girl and a boy standing on the bridge. I had this sort of recurring mental image of like clockwork monsters. And I was like, how do these things fit together? And that's I think often the genesis of a book. It's like, you're like, I like this thing, and this thing, and this thing, and this thing, and how do I pick them all together into one story? So by the time I came back from England, I had this sort of general idea of Infernal Devices.
Jen came first, is what I'm hearing.
I will apologize in advance for the audio, but we were in open space. There's so much you can do. I did start reading the book. I'm more than halfway through. Jules, he reminds me a lot of Jem, so if you like Jem, you're probably gonna like Jules. Even more so because I think Jules is a very responsible guy. He has to act like a father to his brothers and sisters. I also like Emma. She reminds me a lot of Jace, and she's very sarcastic. She has an interesting voice. But my favorite character in this new book is Christina. She's a Mexican girl. She's like the most mature of them all, but at the same time there's this sort of fragility about her. There is a half fairy in the book, and I will not mention who he is because I don't want to give you any spoilers, but he's very funny, and as always, Cassandra Clare does a wonderful job of blending humor with the more serious stuff. That's pretty much it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit the like button here below, and if you want to see more videos about writing and books and things like that, please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
The most I ever cried in Harry Potter was when Hedwig died. Humans, whatever.